In questions 8 and 9, you were asked to write a quadratic function in standard form with the given zeros. So this is a process of working backwards. Let me start off with an example that works forward, and then I'm going to show you how we work backwards. So if I had x squared minus x minus 12 equals 0. This is where we normally start. We start with a trinomial, and if a trinomial, then we'll factor into two binomials, and that means x and x, the signs are different. One's a plus, one's a minus. What are factors of 12 that are 1 apart? Well, I'd use a -4 and a +3. And then we'd use our idea of the zero factor theorem that tells us if we've got two numbers that are multiplied together to equal 0, one of these has to be 0. It's either that or that. So that means the x plus 3 has to equal 0, this factor, or the factor of x minus 4 has to equal 0. And that would force this x value to be a -3, and that would force this x value to equal 4. And that would mean our solutions are a -3 and a +4. Now, our problem starts off with knowing the solutions. So we're starting here. We know what the solutions are, so how do we work backwards? Well, once I know what the solutions are, and I might even write it backwards as first example, -5 and a 9. If I know what the solutions are, then to work backwards, then I know what the x-intercepts were. So my x-intercept was a -5, or my solution, and x equals a 9. If I know that, if I keep working backwards, then what we want to do is set them equal to 0. So that meant that x plus 5 had to equal 0, or x minus 9 had to equal 0. If I keep working backwards, then I wrote them as factors, so that meant our x plus 5 times our x minus 9 had to equal 0. And if I keep working backwards, then I have to use FOIL in order to get my original quadratic equation. So now I'm at the FOIL stage. So x times x, or our first terms are x squared. Our outermost are minus 9x. Our innermost are plus 5x. And our last are minus 45, and that's equal to 0. One final step by collecting like terms, and we'll have our quadratic equation. X squared minus 4x minus 45 equals 0. So it's really the same process, it's just working backwards. It should be a little bit easier process because you don't have the guesswork of factoring. You already know what your solutions are, just work backwards from there.